How is it going, everyone? Want to take you guys through a ton of fantastic PlayStation 4 and 5 physical game deals that are available right now. Now, we just did a video like this over the weekend, but man, a ton more great deals just popped up, so want to cover all of those as well. So let's get right into it. And let's start things off with over on hsn.com. They are running a promotion where it's essentially $20 off most titles using the code GFriends. It looks like it's only one use per account, so bear that in mind. You gotta pick and choose what you want, but the games that are eligible for this are pretty darn good. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is eligible, so if you want that game at the deepest discount that you're gonna find it, that you can do. Hogwarts Legacy for PS4 and Xbox One are listed. Xbox Series version is listed as well. Not seeing the PlayStation 5 version, but they all have the games in one, page, so kind of hard to go through everything. I see Dead Space Remake, Wild Hearts, a lot of Switch titles. I believe Zelda is on here, so if you do want to pick up Zelda, that is an option. So that might be something you want to check out. But Jedi Survivor, Marvel's Midnight Suns is on there, but it's at such a hefty price that not really worth it from that standpoint. I think Jedi Survivor is really the best thing you're going to pick up. Either that or maybe a Wild Hearts or a Dead Space Remake as well. They do have a lot of offers for Nintendo Switch titles, so you can look at that. They've got Kirby Return to Dreamland, Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line. I believe they have that on PlayStation 4 as well. So a lot of quality stuff to check out, but yeah, selection is a little bit limited. If you do want Hogwarts Legacy on PlayStation 4, you can buy that for $60, and I believe you should be able to pay $10 to upgrade it to the PlayStation 5 version. Obviously, this was a delayed release on PlayStation 4, but nevertheless, there you go with that. So yeah, you can save quite a bit in terms of Jedi Survivor, Hogwarts Legacy. They have One Piece Odyssey discounted as well to $40, but it's been cheaper than that. So yeah, have a look at that for yourself. If you have a Nintendo Switch, some quality stuff there as well to pick up. Alright, moving on from that, want to know one deal available at Best Buy right now. That is Need for Speed Unbound, which is down to $29.99. Now, they have dropped the MSRP of this game to $49.99, so it's already a little bit cheaper than it was. I mean, it has been like 6 months since the game has come out, and, about the 6-month range is where a lot of games do drop their MSRP, but this game, cratered in price, a week after release. Literally, it came out at $70, week after release, I believe it was $35. It was one of the quickest and most insane discounts I've seen on a video game in recent memory. I remember, 1 year, I want to say, there was, a week where, a bunch of big games came out, a week before Black Friday, and then I think the majority of them were on sale, but that had to have been years and years ago. I feel like that was the year where, Battlefield 5 came out? Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to, just doing it from recollection. Nevertheless, Need for Speed Unbound, a game that, was relatively well received as an NFS title. Need for Speed has been one of those franchises that's been really hit or miss. And the thing with Unbound is, I remember, a lot of people were, interested in the stylistic shift to it. A lot of people were, a little bit pessimistic, and rightfully so when you talk about Need for Speed. But I really thought this game had, some horrible promotion, in the sense that it was announced and then it released a little while after that with very little promotion. I like when I say I like the idea of announcing a game and then parlaying the release, I'm talking 6 months at least, or 4 months. Need for Speed Unbound, it's not that prominent of a franchise, and you're talking about just springing that up on people around the time of a lot of other big games coming out. It came out the same day as Callisto Protocol and Marvel's Midnight Suns, and it actually seems like all 3 of those games on that day underperformed commercially, so take that however you want to. But NFS Unbound, $29.99 on that. Amazon deals, a ton of good ones here. Let's go through these quickly. No More Heroes 3 Day 1 Edition, 50% off for $19.99. I wasn't crazy about No More Heroes 3, but this is a really good price. It initially started as a Switch exclusive, came to PlayStation 5 and 4 last year in October. But the initial price tag was just a little too high. At $19.99, I think this is a pretty good pickup. And you get a couple of bonus things because it's the Day 1 edition. So there's an art book. I believe there is another disc. And yeah, some musical selections disc. That's what that's what it is. So $19.99, not a bad price on that. So go check that out. Biomutant is only $9.99. Yo, I'm not saying Biomutant was the greatest game ever. Far from it. It wasn't even a very good game, but I thought it was a decent little game. There was a lot of hype and anticipation around it. Experiment 101 was a brand new studio, and they were composed of a lot of developers that worked on great games. and Biomutant had such a cool look. Overall, it turned out to be a fine open world game. I really liked the customization aspects to it. I liked how vibrant and colorful the game was. Narratively, it fell a little flat, even with like different decisions you can make and whatnot. I thought the gameplay was interesting. $9.99 is a great price for it, and you'll upgrade it to the PlayStation 5 version as well, and it'll run much better on there. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin Divine Edition, 50% off for $29.99. Now, this did just get added to Plus Extra, but I wanted to give this a mention as the Divine Edition. It includes a soundtrack CD, a nice collector's box. I have the Divine Edition myself. I have the Switch version of it, and I think it's a pretty nice one. And yeah, 30 bucks, good price on that, although, again, it did just get added to Plus Extra. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, 50% off for $19.99. Now, speaking of Plus Extra, this is a game I can easily see get added to Plus Extra at some point, given that Square Enix has been very, very supportive of Plus Extra as a whole, and this is a game that, you know, has lessened in value over the last, you know, since launch, honestly, but there is some DLC to it, so they can throw it on Plus Extra, sell you on the DLC, etc., etc. I like the game. Obviously, the narrative is completely comical, some god-awful voice acting, and Jack is one of the, obviously, most memeable characters, I think, in gaming history, just not in Final Fantasy history. Let's be honest, there's been a lot of memeable characters in Final Fantasy, but my goodness, Jack is just on another level. But I like the gameplay, the soundtrack was good, some really great boss fights, and, you know, it is a Souls-like, but it does have difficulty options, so it's not like, the game's not that challenging, like, you'll be fine. $19.99 for it, I think, is a pretty good price, probably the right price to pay at this stage of the game. Octopath Traveler 2, $39.99 on this. I mean, this came out back in February. The general consensus is that Octopath Traveler 2 is better than the first game in just about every way. Obviously, still has that great art style. The writing, I've heard is tremendous. I haven't put enough time into it. I have a friend that's been playing through it. They've got like 50 or 60 hours into it, and yeah, there's a sizable amount of content in this game, and I've been watching them play it, and yeah, like, if you're a fan of turn-based JRPGs, you'll like Octopath Traveler 2 a lot. And I saw some tweet recently about, you know, the people saying that Square Enix doesn't support turn-based RPGs anymore, which is just comical. When Octopath Traveler 2 just dropped, I know Live Alive is a little bit of a different gameplay style, but that game is a complete throwback as well, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, Octopath Traveler 2, $39.99. Go check that out. Tetris Effect Connected, 38% off for $24.99. Good price for Tetris Effect. Music in this game is fantastic. Great particle effects. For $24.99, good price on that. And then Yakuza Like a Dragon, $14.99. Available on Plus Extra, but man, 15 bucks for Yakuza Like a Dragon, darn good deal on that. Obviously, this is a turn-based Yakuza title, very much of a shift from the legacy Yakuza titles, but a lengthy one as well. You're getting a lot of content for your money. And then lastly, Tactics Ogre Reborn, 40% off for $29.99. Tactical JRPG, game is absolutely brutal from a difficulty standpoint. Like, maybe I'm just trash, you know? It might be that I'm just trash, but when I was playing through this game, you know, I looked online a little bit, and it seemed like a lot of people were getting whooped. So, like, man, I don't think it's just me. I think everybody was getting whooped in Tactics Ogre Reborn. Nevertheless, you know, the $49.99 price tag is a little hefty, especially given that it's a PSP game that was an update on the PS1 game, and then you're porting it to PS5. You know, 50 bucks is kind of pricey. They priced Crisis Core at $50, but, you know, at 30 bucks, I feel like Tactics Ogre is much more reasonable, so give that a shout as well. As always, links to all of these deals will be in the description box below. That is going to do it for me. Comment all your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.